There's a line about everything comes from mind alone. But to me, that's not enough, because then if everything comes from mind, then where did mind come from? You know, we talk about the origin of suffering, right? So yeah, racism is a product of opposites thinking. So actually Ben mentioned it, we create I. So if there's an I, there has to be a you, right? So now we're in opposites. Now we have good and bad, right and wrong, white, black, love, hate, like, dislike. It goes on and on and on. And the problem with that, it's essentially not good or bad, but it covers our original clear view. So sometimes we say in Buddhism that our original mind is like a mirror. It just reflects everything as it is. Did everyone hear that dog barking during sitting? So was that a good experience or bad experience? Did you like it or didn't like it? Was it ruining your meditation? No. It's just a dog barking. That's the truth. Our original mind reflects that, but our mind lives in opposites world because we have I and you. So out of that comes fear, anger, and all of these kinds of emotions, and we get very attached to it. And the problem is too, this opposites view that we create is now covering this clear mirror, and now we live in this world. And it becomes our view. And then it becomes a bigger problem because we mistake this view for the truth. So I have my view, Ben has his view, everybody has their view, and we think our view is correct. So that's why we don't listen, because I'm right and you're wrong. So essentially this is where suffering comes from. But I always like to investigate it. So if everything comes from mind, where does mind come from? If everything comes from this I that we create, where does the I come from in the first place? Does anyone know? Because I have no idea. So Zen Master Sung Song often would say, are you using your karma to help other people, or is your karma using you? And to me, I was always fascinated by that phrase, because usually we think practice means you get rid of all your karma and you shouldn't have any thinking. Right? During sitting, it's not going to happen. You can do it for a little while, but it'll come back stronger. It's kind of like the backseat driver, right? We're always following the backseat driver. Turn right, okay, turn right, turn left, okay, turn left, turn right. But you know what practitioners do? What I find, a lot. We tell the backseat driver to shut up. Shut up! But the problem is, the backseat driver gets louder and gets very upset, right? So then that's a mess. So better is to let it talk, because that's its job. And then, when the backseat driver says turn left, you say, thank you very much, and you turn right. Meaning you don't tell it to shut up, you listen. It's its job. Its job is to talk. So I guess what I'm pointing at is, yeah, we have to function in this world, right? So I always like this, this little phrase that I heard many years ago. Before Buddha started practicing, he was very attached to name and form. Just like all of us. Right? Attached to I, attached to this and that. But then he sat under the Bodhi tree, he got enlightenment, he was no longer attached to name and form. So we can call that nirvana or emptiness. But he got up from the tree, and for 49 years, he used name and form to help other people. Look at the sutras, he talked a lot. So that's an interesting point. Attached to name and form, no name and form, using name and form. So in essence, that's what's important in our practice is we do this practice to see clearly, just the truth, not add anything to the truth. See our own mind, see our own habits and habitual thinking, see our own karma, and let it go. And practicing together to do that.